Up until relatively recently, very little was known about how exactly cats came to be domesticated. While we have a lot more to learn about the whole thing, scientists have made some discoveries that shine a little light on the subject. In this video, we will be talking about the cat that is believed to be the first recorded evidence of a pet cat. Jean-Denis Vigne, an archaeologist at the Natural History Museum in Paris, and his colleagues had been analyzing human and animal bones from an archaeological dig in a town called Chilourou-Cambos, in what is now known as modern-day Cyprus. The site had provided great information about the island's first human inhabitants, which were suggested to be Neolithic farmers who arrived on the island as early as 10,000 years ago, probably from Turkey. Over the years, Vigne and his colleagues had also found signs of dogs, cattle, goats, sheep, foxes, pigs, deer, and cats. However, the cat's remains that had been found thus far provided little clues as to the feline's relationship with humans. Then in 2001, one of the researchers working on the 9,500-year-old burial of a 30-year-old human found the remains of a cat. The two sets of bones were less than a half-meter apart, buried at the same depth and in the same sediment, with the same degree of preservation, strongly suggesting that they were buried together. It should also be noted that the grave also contained offerings such as ochre and flint tools, axes, and seashells. The seemingly very careful way in which the cat were buried, the proximity in distance between the cat and the human remains. Just 40 centimeters, 16 inches, apart. The fact that the cat in its entirety was found with no sign of butchering all strongly pointed to a close bond between the human and the feline. We knew that cats and humans likely had a convenient symbiosis relationship for a while wherein humans attracted vermin of which they needed to rid themselves, and which in turn attracted cats that happened to eat said vermin. But this discovery marked the earliest evidence of a cat as pet. If correct, that interpretation puts cat domestication about 3,000 to 4,000 years after dogs became man's best friend, as discussed in our previous video about the first recorded pet dog. Another really strong evidence of cats' early domestication as pets is found in Egypt, where cats were seemingly highly revered. For more than 3,000 years, cats represented an integral part in Egyptian social and religious practices, being represented in art and as animals which deserved respect. They were regarded as representing various virtues such as fertility, justice, and power, and were synonymous with several deities like the goddess Bastet, who was depicted with the head of a cat. There were special cat cemeteries where cats were mummified and buried. Vast sums of money were required for the extensive breeding of cats, as well as resins and embalming fluid required for mummification. They were often adorned with expensive jewelry. They were depicted in artwork and on the walls of tombs and dwellings. In conclusion, the first recorded pet cat so far is the cat found in what is now modern-day Cyprus in 2001 by French researcher Jean-Denis Vigne and his colleagues, and dated back to around 9500 BC. As always, this is what we know currently, and future research and discoveries could change things. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like. Goodbye.